Sache, good morning and thanks for coming in. I want you to tell me a bit about your brand.
Okay, my brand, which is called Naturally Caribbean, was actually born at a time where I had just cut off my hair and was going through a period of almost what I'd consider frustration in seeking products that I thought would have been best for my hair and also for my skin. And at the time, I would blog about the things I was interested in. I'd blog about the things that I'd try, which was predominantly homemade solutions for the concerns that I had at that time. And it continued to grow and develop because more persons started to follow the blog and showed interest in what I was making for myself. And from there on, the request came that I start providing those same products that I had liked for myself to other people. And from then on, it grew into what is now Naturally Caribbean, which is a product line which is all natural, all homemade, fully organic, with no toxins that would be harmful for your skin or your hair. And also a video series where I try to feature women like myself and men too that are on this journey for better hair and skin, using all natural ingredients that are local to us in the Caribbean region, as well as the blog, where I just blog about the things that I encounter, my experiences meeting other naturals and persons who are just involved in the same movement.
Okay, are your hair products only for natural hair or?
Luckily, the products are all natural, meaning that it's made of all natural ingredients. However, that does not mean that it eliminates anybody who chooses to have processed hair. It's not supposed to be a line where we're segregating those who've chosen to use the chemical route for whatever purpose they saw it fit to. But it's an all-natural ingredient product that will not be harmful to your hair, particularly your scalp and your skin. We know that our skin is the largest organ and it absorbs so many toxins. And a lot of times we are at fault because we knowingly would go and we'd purchase products that has chemicals in them and therefore add toxins to our bodies. So it's not only for naturals, it's for persons, anybody that wants to use a natural solution for their hair and skin concerns.
And how long ago did you start providing the items for sale as opposed to just doing it for yourself?
Only under a year I started actually making it accessible to persons. I started very small where I'd just give out the bottles, which was mainly for skin. And luckily, because of how it's combined and whipped together, it can be used in your hair as well. None of the ingredients that mix together mean that it can only be for your skin or it can only be for your hair. So I started with the butters and then I started to expand in other things that I was experimenting with for myself. I'd sample, distribute, give out samples, allow persons to give reviews, and from then on, based on the demand, then I'd make it available for purchase.
And tell me a bit about the growth of the brand from when you started to provide it to now.
Okay, so when it had just started, as I said, it was a blog. I didn't have a large following, and then it gradually grew. With persons not only in Trinidad and Jamaica and Barbados, all over the Caribbean, and even Caribbean nationals outside of the Caribbean who would follow just the things that I post, would comment, would ask questions. And then as I started to introduce the products that I made available, it had a whole different look. It did not even have these labels at that time. And I'm a person that I'd wake up and I'd feel passionate about something. And at one point I woke up and I felt like I needed to tell a story with Naturally. And that's where I got the video series involved. And the video series has been up and running with, now we have 4 strong episodes that comes out once a month. So 4 months ago I did the first episode. So not just having products, but also having what I consider to be a movement with people that, like myself, are interested in utilizing all natural ingredients for the benefit of their hair and their skin. And not just natural, but ingredients that are available to us here in the Caribbean, here in Trinidad, that is suited for our climate, suited for our culture, and the things that we go through on a daily basis.
When you had just started experimenting with the different ingredients, did you have like any bad reactions? Did you have like any mad scientist solutions?
Right. Luckily, I never had anything that would have caused great damage. I must admit that at times I did not understand how, not in the product itself, but combining different routines could have caused some damage to my skin. So, for instance, as a lot of women know that we'd cleanse, tone, moisturize our face. And even aside from what I whipped together myself, I'd try to use all natural products available to do those things. So I'd try a natural toner. And sometimes I'd combine that with something I may have whipped for myself, and it may both be too acidic for my skin. And then that would have had a spillover effect. But in terms of the product itself, I did a sufficient amount of research, and in testing it on my skin, I've never experienced any bad reaction from any of them.
And have you gotten any like bad reviews from any of the products that's been used so far?
Well, I've never gotten a bad review, luckily. What I have gotten though is suggestions on how to make it even better. Women, especially us in the Caribbean, we love these women on the whole, we love fragranced body products and hair products. We love to know that when we open it, it smells whatever that smell that we prefer. So a lot of what I have available, it's based on Caribbean fruits or herbs that are accessible to us. So for instance, the mango butter, at one point when I had just released it, some women requested that it was more fragranced like the mango. And so that's what I did. I'm trying to make it as homemade for you as much as I possibly can, because that's what it is. It's a homemade product that I think should be suited just for you. So if that's what they wanted it to be more fragrance, then they got it more fragrance, and that's what I did.
Okay, see, I have processed it. So there are some products that my sister who has natural hair would use that wouldn't work for my hair, because my hair would tend to get clammy faster. The consistency of the hair products, you said it works for both hair types, both natural and chemically prepared.
It perfectly works for all hair types, not just, when I say all hair types, there's hair typing, especially under the natural hair community, where you have 3B versus 4A, and in a sense it does make some sense to actually divide products based on that. But what I have done is combine it in a way that it should not differentiate your hair type. It should not matter whether it's 3A, 3B, 4C, because the idea is to have products that are fully natural and are good for your hair, good for your skin. So yes, you may, as with any products, you may find that, okay, it makes my hair shinier, so to speak, whereas somebody else who has a different porosity or their hair absorbs water differently from yours, it would react differently with the same product. But that does not mean that it's not good for your hair versus somebody else's hair. It's just how your hair responds to it, and that's across the board with all products that you add to your hair or your skin.
True. Okay, and tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that you may have encountered while developing the brand.
Okay, definitely. Thus far, I want to keep naturally as organic and homemade as I possibly can, because too many times we go to our favorite hair shops, and Trinidad, a lot of women go to Pennywise, and we go and we purchase a lot of products that, you know, sometimes we get 2 uses out of it. We don't enjoy it, we rest it down, we try again, we try again, we try again. And what comes out of that is what I like to call product junkies, where you go walk into your bathroom and you have so many products just laying there. But what I want is that women can have an alternative that is cheaper for them, because they can make it themselves or have naturally make it for them. That's why I like to say it's a movement, because it's really encouraging women and men to use a route that's cheaper and better, healthier for their hair and their skin. So in terms of challenges, it's really trying to maintain that and not branch into the directions where some women or some men prefer. So like if I want to have a fully Caribbean line, a lot of what I'd want to do is infuse a lot of Caribbean fruits in it, but I also have to consider, how am I going to preserve this? How am I going to get women to get 3 months shelf life or 6 months shelf life? So I'm still in the process of researching to find out which best ways I can actually give us what we want, including myself, because that's what I want to.
And how do you go about marketing the brand?
I am totally social media marketing. I believe, especially in this age, social media has a lot of power. So I utilize as much of these social media platforms are available. So naturally is available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. And through those avenues, I've been able to reach people all over. I also have a website, which I recently set up. The website has the products, has the blog, has the video series, and just pictures from the Instagram, pictures from Twitter, any way I would have posted anything. Everything is linked together. So it also meets the persons that may not have one particular social media platform, or for instance, you don't use social media on the whole, but you have the website. You can check out the website and see what I've posted on any of the social media platforms.
And where are the items available?
We currently make and deliver. So it's homemade, and then I deliver it to persons at no additional cost.
Okay, you have any plans to like have the products sold at stores known?
I have gotten some requests, and I'm currently in conversation with a few people to have it available, but because it's made in small batch to maintain the potency of the product, that's a little bit tricky because I'm going to have to make it available periodically. It's not going to be the same if I make a batch of 600 body butters because it's whipped together. So it's like making a cake. When you have to make a cake, you'd want to do it in smaller batches so that you'd maintain the same potency throughout. So I definitely want to get it out, but I'm also going to have to figure out how best I can make it as accessible, maintaining the potency, maintaining what the feel of the product is like each time.
Okay, and when you're not working on your brand, your Naturally Caribbean brand, what do you do?
Well, I actually have another profession. I teach at Bishop Anstey High School. So I basically balance the two, and I'm pretty much involved in a lot of other things. So I sing parang, for instance. I'm in a parang band. I do a wide variety of things, to be honest. But just to mention the three main things that I do: I teach Spanish at Bishop Anstey, I run Naturally, and well, I'm a member of a parang band.
Which parang band?
That's Voces de Promesa.
Okay, cool. Like Spanish speaker. Okay, and given the opportunity, what would you do? What, if anything, would you do differently as it relates to Naturally?
Differently, I definitely want to try some more of what is mainstream at the moment. So, like a toner, a face wash, which I haven't fully established how I'd go about making a fully homemade product to meet those, because that's what as women we'd go after. So if I had to approach the line differently, I'd probably want to do like a full face line, probably around one particular Caribbean fruit. So let's say it's a coconut, and then have a line of products that based on coconut, and then mango and aloes, that kind of thing. For now, I'm just trying to make the combinations the best way I can based on the type of product. So a scrub, a butter, a oil, but not necessarily a face line, a butter line, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what keeps you motivated?
Caribbean women, to be honest. I'm probably obsessively passionate about us as Caribbean people and how we look. I admire Caribbean women and men. I think we're so unique and different from the rest of the world, and I think that there needs to be an avenue to really put that out there. And I'm saying that not to mean that there aren't any avenues to do so, but if you're a part of what we call the natural hair community, a lot of us would go on YouTube and we'd look for videos, how to transition, how to style your hair, how to do all these different things, and we ignore ourselves. And I feel so inspired when I walk down the street and I see a woman who looks like she's half Chinese, half African. I can't tell which texture her hair really is, but her combination is so unique. And she does not have to get up and deal with winter. She's Trinidadian. So then why are we trying to adopt practices that is totally different from what we are actually facing? And that's what keeps me motivated, providing something that's suited for us.
Okay, and who has been your greatest inspiration?
I cannot say that there's one person that I feel greatly inspired by. I am pretty much self-motivated. It was a journey that I started on my own for myself, and then seeing the demand, and I recognized that it was something I was missing and people believed in. That is where the drive just came and where it continued going. Luckily for me, I'm also surrounded by a number of young people around my age who are also in business. And just seeing everybody supporting each other and pushing each other and giving advice where necessary is definitely much more than I can ask for, because they don't have to do that. So aside from myself, I just think just people around me that are also on the same route trying to grow in their own business is also very inspiring.
Okay, and what are your plans for Naturally? Where do you see the brand in the next 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, I definitely want Naturally to grow into almost like an organic store and salon where our same homemade solutions, persons can come in, can almost like, it's like a bar. You can almost come in and decide, I want a combination of these items to make this product, and you can get it whipped on the spot. And then you may want a scrub, but you want a fully organic scrub, and you may have that available to you, accessible, that you can go and you can get that treatment done at the spa or at the salon. You can get a fully organic hair treatment, scalp treatment. So I really wanted to expand not just as a product line, but a service to us people, and not only for women. I try my best to not forget the men. I have not yet released the male line that I'm working on, but it is coming out, and it's going to be out next month. So I do pay attention to my male friends who have been asking me, you know, Sache, you need to bring out some stuff for us, and I'm definitely working on that.
Do you think that you would leave your teaching job to focus solely on the Naturally brand at any point?
I do hope to make Naturally my full job. I'm saying job just for this conversation, but Naturally never feels like a job to me. It's something that I kind of do second nature. It's the first thing I think about sometimes. Sometimes it keeps me up at night because I have so many plans, or I'm thinking, I wonder if I could mix this and what it would come out like, and I'd randomly get up and decide, okay, let me research. Let me see what the effects of this if I mix with that. So I definitely can see Naturally Caribbean being the job that I'll focus on for a very long time.
Do you have business partners, or is this all you?
It started solely me with the blog and all of that, but I got persons to come on board as a team, and I also got 2 friends to come on board to partner, so to speak. And from then on, it also aided in the growth because I had hands to manage some of the other platforms that I was working with. So like the social media, the liaising with persons, the responding to emails, that kind of thing. It made it a bit easier. But in terms of making of the product, I do it myself.
Okay. So now let's talk about some of the stuff that you have here. So you could just point them out and tell me what they are, what are the ingredients, and what the product is meant to do.
Okay, so here we have a body and face sugar scrub. There are 3 types available. We have a peppermint sugar scrub, a coconut sugar scrub, and a lavender infused sugar scrub. As I said, it's body and face. It's a gentle exfoliant that would treat the basic issues that women deal with, which is lifting the dead skin cells and penetrating into the skin to help heal the conditions, whether it's dryness, whether it's acne, blemishes, and it can be used on your body as well. All 3 of them are infused with natural ingredients. So the lavender has lavender buds in them, the coconut has coconut shavings in it, the peppermint has peppermint leaves in it, to also add to the exfoliating effect with the actual product, the actual fruit in there and the herb in there, but also to give the real homemade smell and feel to the product. I also have body butters. I have 3 body butters available right now. It's a mango and shea, cocoa and shea, and lavender and vanilla body butter. Those are whipped with the base ingredients as the shea butter. I then would mix in, based on what it is. So if it's mango, I'd mix in the mango. I'd add some mango essential oil to it. I'll add jojoba oil. These oils are good for your skin. And the thing about butters that a lot of people disregard is that unlike your lotions have water in it. And water is very good for your skin. But in our climate where it's very humid, you may want something that's a bit more moisture locking. And butters work better than lotions in that case because it eliminates water that can, during the day, dry up your skin. It's the pure oil that's being penetrated into the surface of your skin.
Before you go on though, seeing as all these products are all natural, how do customers store it to maintain the freshness or whatever?
Okay.
How long do they last?
Luckily, there's nothing in the product that will make it go bad.
Okay.
What can happen is that, for instance, you've left your butter in a warm room. You will notice that it will melt a bit because it's a butter. So what I encourage persons to do is to store it in a cool place where it wouldn't get hard if it's like in a fully air-conditioned, cold air-conditioned room versus if it's in a very, very warm room. So you have to know what you want your product to be like. There are some of my clients who like it when it's hard, and there's some of them who like it very, very soft. But what I do is that I whip it to get it at a nice, light, fluffy consistency, and then it's bottled so that when they receive the item, it's a nice soft butter that they can put onto their skin, and then they can decide, okay, how they want to store it. For the sugars, because it's stored in this glass jar with the metal cap, it will prevent, for instance, any house like ants or anything from getting into it. And luckily it also has essential oils in it that will prevent like ants, for instance, from being able to survive in here. So this can store, nothing about it will make it go bad. So it would last pretty long. It will last the full usage.
Okay, and what are all those in front there, butters? Yeah,
these are all butters that they're available in different sizes. So we have an 8 ounce and a 4 ounce. I also have these lip balms that I recently introduced, which are fully natural lip balms as well. It's not waxy, which is a complaint that some persons have, that, you know, the lip balm's going a bit waxy during the day. I feel like your lips getting a bit kind of clammy. So it's nice and soft. It's a mixture of shea butter. I have watermelon. It's called minty melon, and a mango mint. It's a healing lip balm. The peppermint in it allows it to have a very refreshing, healing feel to chapped lips, whereas the butter does the moisturizing. So it's a nice dual effect.
Okay, and tell me about these oils I'm seeing here.
I have a line of oils. It's a rosemary and sage scalp oil, a nourishing hair oil, and a coconut infused, a lavender infused coconut massage oil. These oils are predominantly for your hair. The lavender infused coconut massage oil can be used on both your hair and your skin. As a massage oil, some of my clients like to use it throughout their hair entirely because it's coconut oil. It's 100% virgin coconut oil, which is great for your hair and for locking moisture. But it was made really to massage and to be utilized as a therapeutic oil. So if you have any, for instance, you have difficulty sleeping at night and you like to just massage your bodies, that would be a great oil to use. If you want to massage your scalp, it would be a great oil to use. So aside from those, I recently introduced a coconut cream leave-in conditioner and an aloe and shea, aloe and, why am I not remembering? A green tea and aloe shampoo. The green tea was actually extracted. It was drawn, and then I mixed it in with aloe gel and castile soap to make the shampoo.
Okay, and which of the products are best sellers right now?
People absolutely love the mango and shea body butter. Right now the lip balms are going really quickly. The scrubs tend to not go as fast because you get so much. So if somebody buys, they probably won't come back and buy again until a month and a half later, or even 2 months later, because you don't need to scrub your bodies or your face that frequently. In terms of the oil, women love the nourishing hair oil and the rosemary and sage scalp oil, because the nourishing hair oil is a treatment. It really does a good job at bringing back the luster to dull hair, bringing back a nice shine and brightness to the hair, especially if you're dealing with dryness. And the rosemary and sage scalp oil does really well if you have dry, itchy scalp. If you're just looking for oil that will lock moisture into the hair for a very long time. So those go really quickly. The slogan or the catchline is that it's stronger in its natural state. I know a lot of the scientists and the science girls and men would be able to relate to that. It's not manipulated in any way. There's no broken bond to affect how it feels and how it responds to your skin. So when I say it's stronger in its natural state, it's you as an individual being stronger in your natural state, and therefore adding to your body things that are best in its natural state to allow you to get the results that you're looking for.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much.